Ninjas, Bob Slash, and welcome back to the Today, well, it's Deker. First opponent being Antonio is just very weird in timing, but yeah. Don't try and aim at the air. We'll get a weird situation like that, so yeah, don't dash forward. What do we have? We're gonna strike you with a, what? Oh, come on. Forgot the name. Anyway, here, Wind Slicer. This time it works. Okay, wow, I am having a problem with getting the names today. Anyway, send you to the corner. There, we got a nice little combo. It does a decent bit of damage. No. I did not continue dashing. That was simply on me. Well, visual retreat. Someone's watching. But it wasn't good enough. So what if we... Wind Slicer! That's a cat caught. Up you go. And Scabbard Kick. Send you to the corner. And Wind Slicer! In half. And that's Cosmic... Nope. That's Dino Fury, not Cosmic Fury. Anyway. Dino Fury. Poked. And Wind Slicer! Slice them! Stone Cutter! There, that's the name. I don't know why I blanked on it. Anyway, up you go. And with that, we're just going to have to... I don't think that's going to reach. Yep. Soul Departed! Do a Vortex Slash! That reached. Okay, well, we're just going to retreat again. We're going to wait. Nope. Stone Cutter! We're going to just have to... Do it. We'll wait. With that, Sensor River Rising. They didn't stop it. Well, you're either fast enough or you're too slow. No. They have a strike. No perfect this time. Either take the 3 cost or don't. But are you fast enough to dodge? Stone Cutter! Wrong assist! Slice you in half! And explode! That's a Harvey. We had this matchup in the opposite way before, but who's the winner this time? Well, there's Billy. They've got too many blocks. So, super instantly? Yeah. Okay then, what are you gonna do? Going to use a strike? Yeah, there's Chase. We don't have anything similar to Harvey, so we have to actually be careful in that sense. And no, that wasn't the blind spot. That wasn't the blind spot. Okay, so we're expecting something. Yeah, no. I need the block out of my primary slot. Enough with you. Yep, up you go. And with that, Wind Slicer. Half-Nighlok's Fury. Send you into the corner. Gonna slice them again. And great. There goes my primary slot game blocked off again. You're gonna make a mistake. 3,400. No. There they go. They get their win. Yeah, compared to it, there's one thing. I think Deker might be getting added to a list soon. Since he's actually seems to be a character that's the work for a potential explosion ending. And not to mention, he actually might have something a little funny against Ninja Kimberly, so we'll see about that shortly. And of course, no. Great. No, you will not. Go into the air. And with that, Wind Slicer. Sensor River Rising. Just gonna turn this into a block. With that, Scabbard Kick. Away with you. As you can tell, that reaches. You're still in the air. Nah. I should have just done it properly. This might have been a... Nope, not even a throw. Not a throw. Come on. Jump for me. Jump! There you go. There. At least Deker has a choice in his attack. So he can, in fact, just slice her out of the air with choosing that. Okay. Of course. You really didn't need that one. Well, Soul Departed. I did not think they were going to jump. In fact, I have my own jump right now with Wind Walk. So get rid of this. So I have my primary slot. Okay. No healing for Ad. Wow. You're real original with that one, aren't we, game? I need to change this into... Okay, that's a breaker, though, so we need to be faster! Now we have a strike. Yeah, we don't have the ability to use it. So what's it gonna be? You're gonna heal? Or are you gonna strike spam here? No. Breaker. 7,600. Can't even activate a Wind Walk. So even if we got up, it was still too slow. No crit even needed. Yeah, I think Deker should have been an attacker class. I don't know why they made him balanced. The block spam is a little bit of a problem. Ah, of course. Oh, this one dodged. What do we have? Fine, you recovered one. But when was it? Do they reset their energy now, or... Okay, oh. I stood still. I reduced the damage. But I'm going to have to do something specific. But as you can tell, the primary slot is blocked off again. How much did I actually do? Okay. That doesn't have dodge properties. Again with this. That one, look at that. I barely pressed anything. Wind walk. Get rid of this. There we go. Dodge that one. And slice them. With that, you go into the air. Sends a river rising, and they're on the ground. Okay. That was almost a massive mistake, but they didn't block it. So we get to get away with the win. So, with that, I think we can confirm with how he actually has to work for the explosion and has a very interesting kit. So, we're adding Deker to the explosion list because of Stonecutter. No super for him, but he has a very unique kit. And of course, we have to have this as the opponent acting. Seriously, enough with that. Stonecutter, slice them! And explode! Now the breaker, but it seems, yeah. No, yeah, no. Away with you. They actually get to keep their block in that way. And that did nothing. On fire. Wow. That did not help at all. And look at that little interaction. Just great. Okay, we're gonna wait. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that felt a little susceptible to the assist spam, so I had to try and line their health up by the end, but yeah. I guess I just didn't dodge. That's my problem. I just didn't dodge. Really? Okay, well, there's this Stonecutter. Do you recover? Why do people just never get that right? Okay, well, up you go. And with that, we'll just... Again. Yeah, the problem is, why couldn't it just rotate once? I just needed one rotation. Wind Slicer, slash! And that's those moves. Well, we're gonna see the same situation that happened with Joel, where Camille is just gonna ruin everything to do with actually seeing something unique. Well, that's on me for pressing the wrong button. Or maybe we can see a Deker that does something different. Oh, that didn't register. Good job. Here you go. Here's my combo. You explode. With that, Sanzaro rising. We dash back. And we slice you. And all I get is a block in the primary. Great. And twice in a row. Yeah, okay. And that hits. We didn't need 2 in a row, game. You didn't have to be that stupid with that type of thing. Vortex Slash again. I lowered their damage. Still got it. But that's one. You'll go into the air. You're gonna wait a bit. Flash them. Sanders over rising. Dash back. And we wait for 5. Slash them. You know, the primary slot getting blocked off again is just getting annoying. Yeah, there goes the balance class, still causing problems. But then again, it's fault. The classes have never really tried to be consistent. That's still. But yeah, at least they didn't hit their block by just choosing to do the other variant because they didn't cancel. Which is also another thing, there's apparently a problem happening. Which hasn't happened yet, but the Slash will sometimes choose not to attack. Instead, it would end up canceling. And I dash forwards. Right. Stonecutter, 3,200 extra damage. We're expecting them to continue. And look at that. And he dodged the first hit. And there goes Camille ruining it. Remember, 5,000. Lauren does stay under the same amount of damage. Insanely more, but guess what? Her cost is 1 more. She costs 4. She's not an instant combo starter. And it's a breaker. With a lot less range because it's also not a projectile. It's a breaker trap. And that's the only thing it really is. And then we have Ninja Kimberly. You're gonna press your super, which is gonna give you energy back, and then you're just gonna press a strike. No. How about you don't crit? Wow. Oh, of course. Yeah, you can press. I'm sure you can press your assist. Wow. Didn't land for once. That's on me. Yeah, the fact that I'm constantly seeing Vortex Slash in my middle slot says I am not using that slot enough. Specifically with the ability to just... Yeah. This person was very much quick. Can we not actually land the Stone Cutter? There. You can explode. And Wind Slicer. Vortex Slash. The only reason I don't end up using it is because it's a block, but looking at it, there's a long enough animation. So we really shouldn't have to care. Stone Cutter again. Up you go. With that, how about I send you flying once more? Half-Nighlok's Fury. And we'll swap the card type. No. As you can tell, at least we can make use of those, and there's no super. Okay. So there's one thing. We can jump. But not if we do that so slowly. Not if we do it so slowly. I didn't need to end up doing the dodge against Leo with Harvey, so I really shouldn't have gone into the same situation with Deker. And great. Crit spam it is. You're really just gonna ignore the dash now, are we? Yeah. That's what I get for not dashing forwards. As you can tell, someone likes to ruin the actual thing. Because guess what? Even if you hit them, Kimberly's buff will not go away. That's one thing to remember. Wow. Guess what? They would have 100% just used Kimberly anyway. Even if they... even if it was... Yeah, of course. Look at that. And guess what? I hit them. Now, apparently we don't want to remove the buff, but yet Bridge loses it. Stupid assist. Doing something they're not allowed. Reverse. We wait a bit. Slash them. And just great. Spin. Yeah, primary slot blocked off. We didn't get to do what the ending combo I wanted. And now it's a ninja team. Yeah, the leader doesn't have anything related to crits, and neither does the team in general. But now they just have nothing but breakers. Not breakers. Blocks. But the problem is, there's a strike again, and then they're going to use a breaker here, because rotation. No. Where is it? Huh? One Stone Cutter! Which is currently going to just cause problems. Wow, no, they didn't have that block. They never had it to begin with. Yeah. Never had the thing to begin with. Come on, you can rush forwards. There's the one. Then you get rid of Vortex Slash, which is one thing. The question is how. Yeah. Have to cancel. This one, this, and yeah, there's the Vortex Slash again. Just, I pressed it once. Come on, get rid of it already. Yeah. Didn't cancel. Yeah, I didn't get to do the same treatment to them. Fine. Not the same as the last Ninja Kimberly had, of course. Can we have a Stone Cutter? Seriously! What is wrong with you? Even is this. And wow. No rotation. And now they can actually get the big hit. No. I'll get that. So you clearly don't need that assist multiple times in a row. One! You're gonna hit them with it. Wind Slicer! Sensor River Rising. It's gonna send you back. And with that, another Wind Slicer. This time we can actually loop. Mostly. Scabbard Kick! Send you to the corner. And slice you down! Wow, insulting crit. He basically has a similar combo to Eric, but that's another thing. They both start with 50-50. Which means, yeah, that can happen. The difference is you don't get to refund one energy. That's the difference. You make your cards cheaper. You don't refund. No, okay, fine. Do I want to keep the block in my middle slot? Yeah, of course. I'm going to need to get rid of it, no matter how I put this. No, you get dazed. That attack is not a counter. So, sends a River Rising. Back to the corner we go. Wind Slicer. And Vortex Slash. Well, at least I can change this thing into a strike. But we're all expecting Camille. No. Scabbard Kick. Yeah, no. They actually got their breaker twice in a row. Yeah, way too RNG heavy. Lots of skill required for using Deker, but then he's also just way too RNG heavy for his combos to be effective. Vortex Slash is at least something, but with long animation, but then you get no damage on the... Oh, wait a second, I just saw that. That's a bit of a detail. So, the dash variant of Vortex Slash actually does damage on the spin. Well, at least I got rid of that. While the normal one does not. The normal Vortex Slash on the spin. Wow, that was nuts. That was just horrendous. Can I dash back? Oh, you're gonna instantly super. Nope. No. Just no. We're done here. Let's see if we can get a good combo without being blocked off. Sensor River Rising. Up you go. Wait a bit. Wind Slicer. And Vortex Slash to knock you out. Thing is, I know I haven't been using the 4-dash variant of the primary strike, but we're really in a situation where that actually needs to be used. Okay. Wow. That dash did not go far at all. That's 8 energy spent. And recovered 1. Okay. Wow. Fine. He just was ready to press a button. Why don't we just do something with this? Can't slow down. And never just do that in the neutral if you're really this far behind. Nope. Here. You don't get that one. So, Sensor River Rising, we have no energy, we'll just show this one. It exists, but it really doesn't matter. Nothing. Nothing. Just nothing. Okay, Half-Nighlok's Fury. Backdash, Wind Slicer, and Sensor River Rising. I think I did the better version by not dashing, but we'll see. Okay, we're going to have to taunt and swap out. Up you go. And with that, Wind Slicer! Camille and Matt. Really? We're expecting the same thing, or... No? You're just standing still. Nothing so far. Okay. Wind Slicer! There, no wall bounce. Probably was too high. There have been specific scenarios where that won't wall bounce, instead will slice them away, but who knows what the main cause is, because it hasn't been consistent. What? Hold on a second. Why did that just do the actual correct damage? Why did that do the more damage? And there it is! And then it then swapped me back into the state. There's one of his bugs. The state ended even on an accidental cancel, and then it put me back in the state. Anyway, Wind Slicer! Yeah, there goes the one bug. I dashed forwards, but apparently it cancelled instead. So, Stone Cutter, you're not faster. You also got the block in the middle slot, so we got a loop. We got a loop chance. And then I proceed to delay it a millisecond too slow. Vortex Slash. Yep, there it is. You have to cancel, otherwise you're not going to get away with it. Stone Cutter. Yes, it reaches. Anyway, up you go. We're going to hit you with another Wind Slicer. And Half-Nighlok's Fury. We're going to have to swap this into the breaker, at least. So, Red Crash! Get rid of this while we can. Interrupt them. Ah, come on. The only way to get out of that one would be a taunt dash. Can't give them the same situation. Car! In your face! Sensor River Rising! Get out of here! Okay, so... last match. It's a Harvey. They've got too many blocks. Car! No. Yeah, this is why you dash forwards. Go ahead, press your super. Blocked off primary slot again. That's another thing. No, okay, that's a backdash. What do we have? Second in a row. How much energy do you want? We're gonna expect a breaker. No! You will not! Ah, but that slowed me down a decent bit, so... Slice them! And Center River Rising. Nope. Well, they get their super. They press their breaker. So, yeah. Make the strike. As I said, that was a strike. To the corner you stay. You have to back away. And block that one. Center River Rising. Bring you back. Wind Slicer. Slice them. Center River Rising. Slice them down. There we go. And Sheath. We get the revenge against the Harvey. That's all that mattered. Even though we only played 2 matches, so... Oh, that's nothing. Sadly, it was one of the worst possible sessions in a row. Because 5 losses for the Samurai team. I've said it before, but in this case, he's very much RNG based and then very much skill based in terms of what you need. Yeah, but yeah, I would say this. And yeah, I never made use of the cancel there because the breaker's fast enough. 2 cost, but yeah, then I noticed Vortex Slash, which was weird. I don't know why I always saw it as doing half the damage all of a sudden, and now it's doing 900 on the thing. I must have been blind for the entire time because... Unless... No, maybe before, but the entire video had to do more damage with the 900 final hit of Vortex Slash when it counters. Or maybe it was range dependent and the slash or the dash variant didn't activate and maybe full on point blank it does the weaker one. All I know is it was weird. I think I remember it being weaker, but now it at least does it does damage now. Or maybe there was, as I said, something weird happened. Still, Santa River Rising, very much unique. NINJETTI's Fury is just that. It's not even 50-50. It doesn't even it is okay. It technically is a 50-50, but only after the second hit. But at that point, it's just a multi-hitting strike. Stonecutter, very much very useful. Getting some energy off of the launch. And Vortex Slash, yeah, its long animation is one thing. It knocks the opponent back, so going into the sheath stance might only work with regular slash forwards of the NINJETTI's Fury or Wind Slicer. But yeah, so NINJETTI's Fury turns into Wind Slicer, Santa River Rising turns into Scabbard Kick, Vortex Slash turns into the Soul Departed, which is the Breaker, and Stonecutter turns into Blind Man's Cut, which is the 50-50 strike. 3 cost, 4 cost, 3 cost, 2 cost. That's what we remember, and you can either just press the taunt button or do a backdash to enter the stance. The problem is, as we can tell, there was a bit of a bug with the Wind Slicer, but we'll see what happens, because that has happened a few times, but at least only happened once today. It has, in fact, ruined a win in one of the test matches. But yeah, Deker, very interesting. In my opinion, he should have been an attacker. His slots get blocked off just as much as Joel's, which is the problem. Especially since he's a defender. And this is being a balance. But he did well with the car team. He did well with the... What was the other team? Samurai team, which is why I used Cameron, because I wasn't going to run the other one, but then he ran the other Super Samurai team. I will just differentiate between there because Green Samurai. That's all it is. But I think it's all for Deker, and... yeah. I did not get much practice with him, but he's got a very interesting kit. And as I said, Stonecutter probably gets the candidate of Explosion because he has to work for his win. Unlike some other characters trying to do Explosions. So yeah, if you guys did enjoy the video, please make sure to give a like, comment if there is something you'd like to see, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, don't miss anything, and join my Discord, it's in the description. Memberships are a thing you can become one and have your name through our streams at the end of videos to receive the electoral timelines, as well as join the Redmond French Alliance with priority. As the next Pounders video. Goodbye.